Okay, so we're just jumping into the shocks on this unit. We've already gone through and cleaned up and have done the rest of it. We just want to show you a quick cleanup. I didn't get the seal kits or anything to rebuild these, the O-rings and the lower seals in the bottom. I just want to get all the dirt off and change out the oil in them. So in doing the other shocks, we noticed that this fluid is actually very, very, very clean. These actually don't need anything. They weren't leaking. Fluid is just a little tinted, but otherwise clean. Now if you were to rebuild this, you take it apart completely, towel this out, clean it out nicely. We're just changing out the fluid, give them a quick appearance change. I like to put my shock shaft halfway in. Fill that to the top. Pull that down slowly. Push the air bubble back out. Fill back up. Pull back down. And that will bring you pretty much perfect for this. You want to make sure you're not putting in too much. Shouldn't have dragged that through the dirt, but whatever. Gonna have to work that gasket over the threads of the cap on the inside. You don't want to damage that. Gross. Just gonna use a little bit of WD-40 on a toothbrush. Make sure it's nice and seated. Everything's in there nice. It's not binding, rubbing like it just was. Boom, done. Rinse and repeat with the next. And I think that pretty much brings us to the end. We've got all these pile of pieces. The bench is a complete mess. We got some gross WD-40 over there in that tub we got to get rid of. Things are oily mess, but it's going to be good, solid. Just going to run hard. We clean this carcass out as much as we really... It's just going to get dirty and rusty and busted up again. So, you know, there's like, you know, it's not a shelf queen. She gets used. So there's no point taking out all the screws and removing all the rust and stuff. We'll just brush them with a toothbrush with a little bit of WD-40, and that will actually just take off some of the ugliness on it. Just make it look a little more pretty. We'll play with that a little bit, but yeah, we're going to kick the camera up to like 6,000 RPM, and we're going to put this back together in the next 10 seconds, so hold on to your shorts. Okay, so we are in the home stretch, putting the truck together. We got the wheels painted instead of the red. I sanded that off. It took a while, painted the butt, but sanded that down, wet sanded it. Reboos it quicker when you wet sand it, and painted the gold to go with the body that we're going with on the truck. Did mark them front to rear. Doesn't really matter. The rear have a bit more abuse on them. You can just kind of feel them by they're softer. So these two are the rear, these two are the front. Simple enough.
Never remember to retighten after 100K.
Please stop by your local cow dealer. And remember, have your nuts retorqued. It may not look like I'm doing the same thing I just did on that side, but however, no, I'm joking. So going through the build, we learned a few things on the truck that we were not sure about. The slip yoke on the back of the transmission, that was pretty cool. The front drive shaft, we found it needs to run a little bit loose so it runs a little bit better and smoother. And all around, really cool truck. One of our favorites. Like I said earlier, Jesse has one, I have one. Now at least they don't look the same. So we go out and have fun. Will really stand out. The rims are still not fully finished. I need to finish putting some more gold on the inside of the bead ring. I did the outside originally, and sat and looked at it for a while, and then started poking at it and painting the inside. But just for the sake of getting this thing off the bench, I could paint that at a later time, sitting on the couch watching some TV, and get that all tied up later. But for now, we can put these rims on, put the body on, take it outside, get some nice shots in the sun, and cut some laps out there with it. Get a little dirty. I hope that poor servo in there works. It's been sitting in water, and it's a high-tech 7955 titanium. I think it was, right? Yeah, it was. Yeah. So I'm confident it's gonna work, and if it doesn't, I know the boys at High Tech got my back, and I'll just send it in for warranty.
Bam.
Super slow motion. I'm gonna go get the skins. Is your whole house full of RC, sir? Okay, so that's like cheese, right?
Queso.
Queso. You need to. Saying everybody can see. Mirrors tucked in. Put these mirrors to the backside. Flip them into the cab so they're not in the way later. You need to hook over the side of the bumper. Behind that side of the bumper, I believe. And then bring this piece in front of the light bar. Slide that over so you can get that through. Oh, it's such a pain in the ass, man. Bam. Bam. And that's what holds the body on. Yeah, there you go. Body's lined up and sitting on it. You can start wherever you want. What I'm going to start doing is looking for the best, cleanest hardware I have and start running that down in. I did not buy the new wafer screws for this truck because she's going back in the swamp. So 99.9% of the year, well, maybe it's a little high. 98.9% of the year here it's usually wet, snowy, cold. So, oh yeah, these holes. I forgot about that. Proline did a horrible job of lining up the holes on this body here, so I need to just trim that over enough so my shaft can fit in. I ran out of gold vinyl, so I didn't get a chance to get any of the ProNoob deco work thrown up on this thing, but once I get my gold vinyl, then I'll get her on there. Oh, maybe I should close the battery door and break it off. Oh, yeah, put some power tool, test it out, and then we'll go put the cover on and take it outside. Ooh. 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 Cool. Let's tighten up the rest of the screws, and we'll see you guys outside. Whoa! Whoa! What are we gonna do? Little tiny one. Little tiny one.
to hold it from the other side.
Yeah. I need you to come finger this, my man.